second. We go neutral. We go there.
Vegas or New York.
And then when I stop, they're gonna say he too small.
Hey, so when I stop him, y'all gonna say he was too weak.
On my mic.
And he stayed at 147.
He would not stop. He would not stop.
Okay.
Crazy. Be careful what you're smoking on. Ask me, hey, ask me who the hardest been hit by.
Hey, look, every person that you name, ask him what I done did to him.
Ask me who the hardest been hit by.
It don't matter. If you drop him and I dropped him, what that mean? They both got dropped.
Ask me who the
What's going on, you guys? So, now that we got official word that Crawford Spence fight isn't happening, I'm just gonna give you guys my thoughts. This is gonna be my last video on the Crawford Spence Crawford saga. Been talking about it quite a bit on this channel. You know, it's a very important fight for boxing. It's a very important fight for the culture. And it's looking like, to me personally, I don't think it's gonna happen now. You know, for a minute, you know, it seemed like we were gonna get it. It seemed like we wasn't gonna get it, then it seemed like we was gonna get it. You know, guys coming out saying one thing, then it's something totally different 30 minutes later, you know. And that's just that's an exaggeration. But the fight, Team PBC or Team Spence or whatever came out and said that the fight, they would consider it for next year. Consider, keyword, consider it for next year. So that means that that's not a fight that they're really looking for, man. You know, that's not a fight that PBC is willing to risk Spence. One of their potential cash cows, one of their potential stars, they're not going to risk Spence fighting Crawford. It's just too much of a risk for Bob Arum and Top Rank, and, you know, for them to steal all the glory from one of PBC's top rising stars. It's just too much of a risk. And it sucks for us fans. You know, a lot of the bigger channels isn't going to talk about it. You know, because let's just be honest. Errol Spence don't need to fight Bud. You know, he don't have to fight Terrence Crawford. There's a lot of fights to be made with Errol Spence. You know, guys at 154, maybe a few guys at 160. So they're not going to risk that by him losing to Terrence Crawford. And it's a shame, man. You know, they had us on this roller coaster ride. You know, one minute we felt that we was going to get it, then we not, then we're going to get it, then it's not happening, then we're going to get it. It's just back and forth. It's just a bunch of bullshit. And this is literally my last video talking about the fight. Because now that we know it's not going to happen this year, and there's no word that they were negotiating behind the scenes and they got something set up for next year, they would consider it. 45-45 split, and the winner gets the rest, which is fair. I like that. But they saying that now, you know, 3 or 4 or 5, 6 months from now, it could be a whole different song. You know, because before Spence was saying, Bud, get a belt, go get a belt. Bud went and got a belt. Now it's a whole nother scenario, you know. The goalpost changed. It keeps changing on Terrence Crawford to the point where he's 35, 36 years old. He slowed down, been getting hit a lot more in fights. And then that's when they're going to want to take the fight. So at this point, we might as well just forget about it. You know, you can't really blame Bob Arum. It seemed like Bob Arum was genuinely out here trying to make that fight because he truthfully believes that he got 2 of the best fighters in the world. And that's Terrence Crawford and Vasily Lomachenko. You know, he really feels that he has those 2 guys are the 2 of the best in the world. And you really also can't say it's Bob because they made the Fury fight with Wilder. So, you know, it's you know, Team Spence came and told us that they're not looking to make the fight. Tim Smith came out and said it. Derek James came out and said it. You know, Errol Spence himself said he got to clamp his side of the street. Floyd Mayweather came out and said it. So, I mean, they've been telling us, and it's just not a fight that they're looking to risk one of their potential cash cows in. You know, one of their future stars, one of their, you know, popular guys. They're not willing to do that. Not for the fans, man. They don't care about the fans. And see, that's my thing too. I'm gonna get real with y'all right here real quick. I only go for the real fighters, man. You know, guys who don't be talking about the money. You know, guys who say they want to be the best, and they actually showing me that they want to be the best. You know, so right now, my favorite fighters is Wilder, Bud, Lomachenko, Inoue, And of course, Edislandi Lara is still my favorite until he, you know, hangs him up. And you might want to go ahead and throw Canelo Alvarez in there too, you know. There's a few other guys, but I can't think of them top of my head. But anyways, I only go for the guys who's looking to be the best, man. Not guys who's looking to be prima donnas and divas in negotiations or anything like that. I want guys who really want to prove themselves to be the best. You know, I don't want to hear about their pockets or none of that shit. I want to see who's the best fighter in the world in each weight class and pound for pound, whatever you have. But yeah, man, this fight ain't happening, y'all. And of course, Spence apologizes. Ain't gonna say nothing about it. A lot of the bigger YouTube channels isn't gonna say much about it, but you will get it from me. Tell me what you guys think. Like, subscribe, holla at your boy.